So from this analysis, it's a doable, easy, not so tough. So first focus on clearing prelims. If you clear prelims, then the mains is going to become easy. But you have to be consistent. Compulsory आपको consistent रहना पड़ेगा. You have to be consistent. Work hard, do daily answer writing practice. Daily answer writing practice, not at all tough. Paper 1 तो easy था. Paper 1 was been easy. Then what about paper 2? Paper 2 was also on the same lines of paper 1. And moreover, paper 2 is, I will give 6 only. The rating for 6.1, for first paper I gave 6.5. I mean more 10 means tough paper, 1 means easy paper, I gave 6.5 rating, but I will give rating only 6 for paper 2. So paper 2 was damn easy paper. Paper 2 we will be discussing. Direct question paper I will put so that you will understand easily. Purushartha rituals living today. Contemporary relevance of Purusharthas. For each and every aspect of 3.1 of Hindu social system, you have to understand about the contemporary relevance. You have to mention about Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha and their rituals living today. Means how much it is practical today. Relevance of tribe caste continuum. Tribe caste continuum, Robert Redfield, Bailey, Surjit Sinha, these all anthropologist names you have to use, and relevance of tribe caste. Yes, it is relevant. Both are at the polar ends, now both moving together towards each other. Mainly the tribe is moving towards caste. Harappan seals. Harappan seals. What is the seals? Draw the diagram and give the expression what meaning this Harappan seals is giving. Caste and social capital, yes. With higher caste, higher social capital. Lower caste, lower social capital. Directly proportional. Caste is directly proportional to social capital. The Brahmins are having good education and good health. The Shudras are having negative education and negative health. In that way he asked. So caste is directly proportional to social capital. Because to come out of this trend, government affirmative actions are there. Reservations are there. Caste and social capital. Here you can write about the case study which we discussed. Ranavir Sena case study also you can discuss. Winner, I told you the source, no? Thick description. In my textbook it is there. Our textbook is very good valid. You can go through it. Factionalism and politics in rural India. Factionalism. See, you should not write like in a general studies. Factionalism means S.C. Dubey is the anthropologist. When he is studying about Shamirpet, he not only studied about dominant caste, he also studied about factionalism. Politics in rural India was being discussed by S.C. Dubey. Factionalism and rural politics. Critically discuss the origin of Indus Valley civilization, mention the evidences of its endogenous origin from pre-Harappan site. I told you, don't focus only on Indus Valley civilization, Harappan sites, go with pre-Harappan, go with post-Harappan also I told. We covered it, pre-Harappan and post-Harappan. Give the distribution and characteristic features of upper Paleolithic cultures in India. Bhimbedka, Langnach, Adamgar. Ramapithecus, discuss the morphological features and phylogenetic position of Ramapithecus. There is a debate between Ramapithecus and Shivapithecus. Damn sure question. Ramapithecus or Shivapithecus or Narmada man. Ramapithecus they asked. Explain the impact of concept of nature-man-spirit complex on sustainable use of natural resources with suitable example. Nature-man-spirit complex. Nature, man, spirit complex. Nature, man, spirit complex. Everything you will be explaining with example. Dongri account example you will write. Malar example you will be writing. Examine the contribution of S.C. Roy in highlighting the role of customary laws in tribal life. Why? Because he is the person, he is the first Indian ethnographer, he is the father of Indian ethnography, he is the first Indian anthropologist who studied Munda tribal community, he is the person who studied youth dormitories. What is customary law you will mention? Expected question customary law. He is a person who told Santal tribal population, they will be keeping their hands in the boiling oil They believe that if he does mistake, then his hands will burn. If you don't do the mistake, then the hands will not burn. Smaller examples. So, customary law, studied by S.C. Roy. Impact of Christianity on tribal culture and identity, mainly is Northeast India, got heavily impacted because of the Christian missionary. How I can tell means by reduction in infant mortality, reduction in maternal mortality rate, increase in literacy rate. A positive impact was been there because of Christianity on Northeast Indian tribes. But however, there is conflict also there in Santals who converted to, Santals and Orans who converted to, Santals, Orans, Mundas who converted to Christianity and who are following the animistic form of religion. There is conflict between both of them because of the people who converted to Christianity, the tribes who converted to Christianity. Nirmal Kumar Bose in understanding tribal communities and their place in Indian civilization. Actually, he is an archaeologist, but he also studied tribal communities. This little bit tough, so don't write this. Discuss the role of Panchayat Raj institutions in transforming traditional power hierarchy. 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, how it is impacting, we have a lot of case studies. Popatrov you can write, Hiveri Bazar you can write. One female Sarpanch also we discussed. She is stayed in the Forbes 100 list of more influential person in India, woman. Elucidate the problems and challenges in educational attainment of scheduled tribes. What are their problems? For example, Gonda people believe that if they get higher education, their children will be losing them and will not stay with them. They will be leaving their tribal community. For Kutiakon tribal population, their souls, their gods will get angry. Another tribal population, it's a luxury for them. If the child, if he is working, there will be a working hand. If you go to the school, it is waste of the human capital. In that way, it is stopping them for getting education with lot of examples you have tried. Urbanization and tribal institutions. How tribal institution, youth dormitory is one tribal institution. Religion is one tribal institution. This tribal institutions means religion, youth dormitories, their culture, how they are getting impacted because of urbanization. Ethnic media, I will tell you what is ethnic media means. Media which is working exclusively for one tribal community. Media which is exclusively working for one tribal community, for one ethnic identity. What are all their social setup, their characteristics, their economical characteristics are explained. What are their disadvantages, how they are getting disadvantaged, if it is explained, that particular media is called as ethnic media. You can explain in India, one case study we discussed, Chala Ho Gaon Mein is one of the radio community for the tribal population who are living in the Palamo district of Jharkhand, which is explaining about the tribal people and who is working for their development. That particular media house is called as community radio. If it is for tribes, it is called as ethnic media. Such a sort of ethnic medias are very famous in United States of America. That you will be reading. And social awareness. It creates social awareness. Cultural diversity and multiculturalism. Cultural diversity and India. What is cultural diversity? It's our cultural heritage. How it is getting deteriorated. It is getting deteriorated because of parochial tendencies, politics, factions, we feeling, ethnocentrism feeling. So we have to safeguard the constitutional safeguards. There are constitutional safeguards to protect this multiculturalism, pluralism. Concept of tribe and Indian census. Some of the tribal population are not present in the Indian census. They are not part of the Indian census. Some of the tribal populations like denotified tribal population, nomadic, semi-nomadic and denotified tribal population who are not present in the census. They don't have identity only. Politics of recognition and deprivation. Yes. You know the big thing, which is also mentioned in the Beam movie of Surya, recently released movie. They are not recognized, they are not identified. Why? Because the politicians will think that it's an unnecessary burden for them. If we give them voter card, now we have to go and ask them voter also. So it's better we will not recognize them, it's better we will not identify it. That is the context in which the question was been asked, politics of recognition and deprivation. When they are not recognized, when they are not identified, when they are deprived, obviously their social capital, their social status will be low only. With the tribal examples, some of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups who are not identified, either as ST, either as SC, either as BC, they are general categories. Bondo tribal population, that you have to mention. Discuss the impact of Forest Rights Act on the livelihood and culture of tribal people in India, 2006. I was very damn sure, because I was very sure about the PESA Act and Forest Rights Act. Why? Because PESA Act, PESA Act 25 years and Forest Rights Act 15 years completed. Everything you have to mention about it. Factors responsible for malnutrition in tribal India. One of the major reasons is culture. Korwa tribal people will not consume salt, because of which there is iodine deficiency, hence they are suffering with goiter. So it is also part of malnutrition. Culture point of view, you have to write it. And suggest interventions required to overcome the problem. Suggestions like iron-rich tablets are provided by the Jharkhand government for the tribal populations. Delineate the factors influencing fertility in Indian population, biological factors as well as social factors. Explain the impact of successive land acquisition acts on tribal social organization. Land Acquisition Act, 1894 wala and 2013 wala, both you have to mention. 1894 Land Acquisition Act, 2013 right to compensation, right to fair compensation, transparency in land acquisition, resettlement and rehabilitation act of 2013. Discuss the problems involved in rehabilitation and resettlement of tribals displaced due to development projects. What are the a lot of examples? Because of mining, because of urbanization, because of irrigation, because of power sector, because of railways, because of road, because of educational institutions, because of government establishments like ISRO, like Balasore Missile Testing Center, the tribal people are getting impacted. Various reasons. These are all developmental reasons only. Discuss the interventions made by the NGOs for empowering tribal women. Yes. NGOs, who are the NGOs working for the tribal women? First, who are NGOs? What are the characteristics of NGOs? What are the positives and negatives of NGOs? And NGOs working in tribal women. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to name them and you have to explain about their significance. Examine how structural transformation in economy is affecting traditional social relations in agrarian society. Yes. Structural transformation in economy. Agriculture was never a tool for profit making. Agriculture was a means for livelihood. Agriculture was a part of family. Agriculture was their living. Agriculture is everything for them. Now, because of the structural transformation, it became commodity. Agriculture became commodity now. Like cooperative farming, like genetically modified organism, like business, doubling of the farmer's income. So that there is a structural transformation. Good only, but the traditional form of Indian society, the traditional form of agrarian structure is getting deteriorated. That we have to mention. Delineate the constitutional safeguards for religious minorities in India. Constitutional safeguards. Secularism 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Protection of their religious minorities and their culture. 30. Establishment of their religious education. These all things you will be mentioned. Identify the causes of tribal unrest with special reference to Northeast India. What are the factors which are responsible for unrest, riots among the tribals exclusively in Northeast India, like Greater Nagaland issue, Bodo issue, Aptanis issue, Bru issue, ethnic conflicts issues. These all things you have to manage. The question paper is not tough. Those who wrote mains, some of the students are there who wrote mains and he is here. So for them, please enjoy this 10 days and come back again, start preparing for interview. We will be providing free interview guidance. We will be starting it from February 1st onwards. So it will be free initiative, 100% free initiative for everyone, those who written mains and those who clear mains. And we will be also having a very good board for interview. at Hyderabad offline center as well as online also we will be providing. So now start preparing, take some days gap and start preparing for interview as well. And tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will be coming up with anthropology strategy video, how to prepare and how to strategize, what should be the goal, what should be the motto, mainly how we should be motivated, how we should be rigid. Be rigid, be strong, be consistent, you will write the mains 2022, that's it. For that, remember that you have to clear prelims 2022. On this note, I will take some doubts, you can ask me the doubts. Any doubts, please? I thought I will be taking the session for 30 minutes, but it went on up to 1 hour. So thanks for your patience for listening. So those who written this question paper, good luck. You will be in the mains cleared list. You will be in the interview list. I will pray for you people and God bless you all. So any doubts? I will take some doubts. Sir, can I get your notes? Yes, in Amazon, my textbooks are available. You can buy from Amazon. You can just click Anthropology textbooks by Vishnu Vardhan or Vishnu IAS Academy. You will be getting it. Sir, can we go for weekly Anthro previous year's question test during these 4 months? Yes, 100% you can go. Ram Narayan, sir, question second about indigenous origin. You're talking about mention the evidences of its indigenous origin from the means see from pre-Harappa how it evolved into Harappa. Those sites you have to mention and what are similarities between the pre-Harappan sites and Harappan sites. Those similarities you have to match and you have to tell that yes, Harappa evolved from pre-Harappa. Yes, for everyone. 10 pages, 10 marker 2 pages, 15 marker 3 pages, 20 marker 4 pages. So I think this discussion class will make a sense, will be useful for you. So our hard work from after 12 o'clock when we got the question paper, I personally sat for 12 to 4 to make a proper answer and collecting our evidences. But 5 o'clock it came out, but we will be posting you the evidences of the paper 2 also. So all the best for 2022 and very soon we will be coming up with a strategy for anthropology preparation for 2022. Thank you.